I don't know what's going on in Miami, but there was a sighting of a loose flamingo. How many of you ever seen a flamingo in person? Well, travelers at MIA, they saw one. The bird went ballistic at the Miami International Airport when they tried to detain her. After minutes of wrestling with the bird, they finally captured her and put her in a cage. Take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. Shout out to Mark for sending this video in, a new subscriber. And if you're watching from Miami or Durham, North Carolina, definitely let me know below in the comments. I want to hear from you. You have friends who went down to Miami for a birthday trip. Mackie Mercer was celebrating her 20th birthday, but when it was time to leave Miami, the ladies did not make it to the gate on time. Tuesday morning around 9:30 a.m., a female airline employee at a Frontier Airlines ticket counter, Terminal F, informed Mercer and her 21-year-old friend, Janaea Nagash, that they were 45 minutes late, so they weren't able to board the flight. According to the agent, the plane doors were already closed. That plane was supposedly headed to Atlanta, Georgia. The women started arguing with the gate attendant. That's when Mercer picked up a plastic sign holder and hurled it at the Frontier Gates agent. The sign hit the woman in the face, and that employee had to be taken to Jackson Memorial Hospital, where she was treated for a cut to her face. Officers responded to the scene and tried to take Mercer into custody, but her friend Nagash placed herself in between the officers and Mercer, interfering with the arrest. She yelled at the officers, "Don't touch her," as she positioned herself between the officers and her friend. So you already know what happened. Only in Date released video showing the officers throwing the women to the ground to be arrested, while Mercer is screaming at the top of her lungs, bringing even more attention to the situation, just causing a huge disruption. We're talking about the same woman who got mad and threw a sign at another woman's face. Like, what did she expect? Did she think they'll just come over and offer her a glass of water? Yeah, absolutely silly. So both women were arrested. Her friend charged with resisting arrest with violence, that was a felony, and disorderly conduct, a misdemeanor. As for Mercer, she was hit with 3 charges: felony aggravated battery, felony resisting arrest with violence, and disorderly conduct, a misdemeanor. Both women booked into the Miami-Dade County Jail. Mercer's bond amount, $500. Nagash's bond amount, $500. They did get released from jail, but they have to report back to court in Miami in about 30 days.
A night in county lockup apparently does wonders for bad attitudes.
It was nice to see y'all.
Janaea Nagash nothing but smiles as she bonded out of jail Wednesday. She and her friend Mackie Mercer were arrested Tuesday.
Now, what was really annoying about the situation is the woman screaming and yelling like the officers did something to her. She kept saying, "Get off of me." Like, what do you mean, girl? Stop playing games. Put your hands behind your back and move out the way. She did all of that for really nothing, just refusing to cooperate. She kept working herself up, I don't know why. At one point, she said she needed an asthma pump. It was just totally out of order. Like, ma'am, you missed the time to board the flight. Have them put you on another flight. Why did she have to throw the sign at the woman's face? You know, and it's crazy how this sisterhood works. They will put paws on another black woman in a second. And then you have her friend over there who didn't want her to be held accountable. When the officers came to arrest her, you know your friend was wrong. You saw what she did to that woman. Why would you stand in the middle of her and the police? Just crazy. I guess I'm just more patient than a lot of people. It's a lot of people out there who think that if they're going to miss a flight or a connected flight, they start cursing at people, throwing stuff at people. I'll be honest, I just can't relate to going crazy over flights and schedules and delays. Of course, I can understand people being annoyed, but this high-level craziness that I'm seeing, I just can't relate. It's very easy to avoid a situation like this. Here's what you do. Number 1, don't be late. Give yourself additional time. Add more time in for traffic or unexpected delays. And then number 2, even if an emergency causes you to miss the flight, or you just don't know how to be on time, or you're too busy putting on your flamingo wig, you know, they have to get city girled up to go take their flight, ask customer service for help. They can help you get on another flight. But yelling and cursing and throwing stuff is unacceptable. Frontier Airlines released the following statement on Wednesday regarding this incident. They said yesterday at the Frontier ticket counter at Miami International Airport, 2 customers approached the counter to check in for their flight after the designated cutoff time for check-in. They became aggressive, with one of the customers physically assaulting a team member who subsequently required medical treatment. We are providing our full support to the injured team member and are appalled by the conduct of the 2 customers who were ultimately arrested. Both will be permanently banned from flying with us in the future. You have got to see this video for yourself. The link is below. I think Frontier did the right thing in making the decision to ban them permanently, so I definitely agree with that. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. The women are facing criminal charges. Her friend, Nagash, 2 charges, a felony and a misdemeanor. And then Mercer, 3 charges, 2 felonies, 1 misdemeanor. What do you think their punishment should be? Let me know below in the comments. Shout out to our brothers Walter, G, and Dark Power. I appreciate all of you for your support. Don't forget that you can support this channel as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to like and share.